Hey everyone! So today we're going to talk about our Pinterest project. I've picked my top 5. I have them right here on my little cheat sheet envelope. So if you see me looking down, that's why. We'll start with number 1. Okay, so pin number 1 is classroom folders. Classroom folders meets characteristic number 6, which builds personal confidence as well as other organizational skills. This is part of a constructivist learning environment, which is very structured and is something similar to what they'll have in their homeroom classroom. By using folders, we can create a bond between parents and the school as well. Having a log for physical activity, having a place for parents to sign every week, and sending this folder home on Friday with their other folder from their regular classroom gives parents a sense of what the kids are doing in class. It gives them a good idea of what the kids are actually learning. So going through as a parent and flipping through and seeing that my child has learned something in PE gives the program value, essentially. We can show their assessments, we can show their improvement over time, and it's a great way for us as teachers to build a strong bond between parents as well as create great organizational habits with kids. Okay, on to pin number 2. Pin number 2 is a worksheet involving bones and muscle structures. This pin meets characteristic number 12, which is provides age-appropriate and developmentally appropriate information, learning strategies, and teaching methods and materials. I chose this particular worksheet because it relates to science in a very convenient way that's relative to physical education as well. From bones and muscles, we can work towards scientific concepts such as inertia or vectors or torque. These strategies and materials help physical education scaffold into other areas such as science. So in being able to scaffold our information from one subject to the other, we can lend support to those other subject areas by incorporating their learning material into what we're learning in PE. Pin number 3 is about creating a classroom website. It meets characteristic 15, which includes teacher information and plans for professional development and training that enhance effectiveness of instruction and student learning. This particular pin doesn't necessarily describe how to create a classroom website, but I liked the idea anyway because it's something that I could utilize in other ways in presenting something that is family friendly and easy to access by the students. It would increase family and parent involvement. It could also provide supplemental materials outside of our class, such as videos or quizzes or potentially my recorded lecture from that day if the student happened to miss. But more importantly, I think it gives the parents a nice place to go and a resource for what we're learning. Again, providing that we're giving their children structure, which is always what we want, and proving that our subject area is worthwhile and should be supported. Okay, so pin number 4 is about brain breaks. In particular, this pin has several different games that could be utilized either in a gym or in a classroom. This pin relates back to characteristic 11, which is research-based and theory-driven. There's a lot of research recently about the benefits of physical activity breaks in the classroom. And as a physical educator or future physical educator, it is my job to make sure that the kids are up and moving. These breaks provide a little bit of a cognitive boost for them. It gets them up and moving, and if they're sedentary for a long time, their brains start to kind of slowly shut down. This kind of gives them a little bit of a boost and allows them to actually increase their cognitive function. There's recently been a lot of research on this, and the title of my article actually includes Cognitive Engagement Works. So that article in particular was really great, but this particular pin gives A lot of ideas that are pretty simple and easy to perform, but they'll help to boost cognition in any subject area that they might be used for. So pin number 5, which is probably my favorite pin to be honest, is the Giving Tree plus Yoga Literacy. So the characteristic that this follows is characteristic 14, which is provides opportunities to reinforce skills and positive health behaviors. And in reading the book, one of my favorite books, there's a lot of opportunity to incorporate various yoga poses and things. We would start by reading the book. We would go through a list of poses. We'd probably have a list of vocabulary too to kind of make that connection between the book and the poses themselves. But slowly we would learn a yoga sequence, and they would be able to associate positive feelings for physical activity as well as connecting to literacy. In moving and performing activities, cognition has been proved to be heightened in doing these activities, and by associating the physical activity piece in there, students will likely be able to remember the content more easily. So those were all of my pins. To quickly recap, the top 5 were number 1, folders, number 2, bones and muscles worksheet, number 3, classroom website, number 4, brain breaks, and number 5, the Giving Tree plus yoga. Doing this project was really influential and awesome. It was great finding resources that would help support my content areas, and it was really nice to be able to tie all of that into research-based articles that I could then take into the classroom. This project was really fun. This class overall has been really fun, and thanks for a great class.